Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about getting paid in Ethereum for staking LooksRare. It's a relatively new NFT marketplace. I know, things are kind of tough right now, but with like wars and pandemics and whatever that's going on. But it is what it is, and I think for most folks, it probably makes more sense to maybe either stack stable coins or stack kind of like the major digital assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's where I'm at right now. Of course, this is not financial advice, but if you like this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing. Um, so NFTs, like they can be hit or miss. Like they can be, like I feel like they can be either like hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even in the millions, or they could be like just complete waste of time. And I'm not like a NFT guy, but I think they're pretty interesting. I guess like this would technically be like maybe like the first round of like NFTs, and I'm kind of waiting for something that I would personally like to invest in. I bought like a few, but they're not like I wouldn't say like they're like heavy hitters. They're just like for fun right now. But I think like as time goes on, like especially with like the first generation, like the crypto punks, like the ones that are like selling at like expensive like auction houses, those could be like kind of like a new like asset class just by themselves. But like like I'm not I guess I don't have the time or bandwidth to kind of like go through like every like Discord or every like community and kind of like vetting all these NFTs. It takes a lot of time. Like even just like DeFi takes a lot of time. But so I was thinking of like, what if there was a way to get like paid like a kind of like a casino or insurance company where you take a lot of like small but a lot of like small amounts of money like up front, and then like like once in a while there'll be like a big payout. Like I kind of want to do the reverse where I don't want to be like the guy like buying a whole bunch of NFTs. Like I just want to be like the one like I guess like getting paid. So I think like Looks Rare might have an interesting like solution. So they I guess like they were considered like a vampire attack where they actually gave like the looks tokens to I guess like people that are like involved in the open sea marketplace. I've I've never I haven't bought any anything on open ocean just because like the things that I would like to buy like I feel like they're too expensive for me right now. And then even just like the really good NFTs, like the one that you would like consider like holding for like a long time, or like they're just like way out of my price range. But like I figure like this might be like the next best thing. Um, like could NFTs be in a bubble? Maybe. I think a lot of them like this is just my opinion. Like and it probably means nothing. But a lot of them like they seem like so pricey and like they don't really well, I guess like the first like like the first generation, like they don't really do much. Like I would like to see like more. Um, like for example, at the very least, I used to collect like comic books and like those like special trading cards. So I would like to see like a kind of like a gimmick, like maybe like make it like animated or maybe put like a special border around them to like differentiate which are like the considered like the premium ones. Because right now, like why are certain CryptoPunks worth than like more than other ones? Like it's kind of like subjective. Um, and also like I would like to see like more I guess like for example like license like stuff um, because I know like there were certain ones where they like certain baseball players or like famous sports figures like they started selling their own NFTs. But I guess like as time goes on, like the marketplace will get better, and like as people get smart, like they'll be like a way to like grade things. Um, but again, like my opinion, doesn't matter. Like I would like to see more cool stuff, like like especially if you integrate it into like a game or like I don't know, like I feel like there's more stuff that you can do. Like I had like a Uniswap NFT, but it's just to encapsulate like my position within like a liquidity provider. But so that by itself is not that interesting. But like like maybe like when like I would like to see more integrations within like DeFi and NFTs. Like maybe if you're like a certain percentage of like the of the like if you're a liquidity provider of like a certain size or like maybe like frequency of actions, like maybe you can get like a special NFT. Like I feel like right now, most platforms aren't like using them as like a kind of like as like a reward as like a some type of like a way to get paid. And that's what I really want. Like I would like to. I don't want just like NFTs just kind of like just sitting there. I want there to be a way to like just like make more money off of them or like kind of like show status. Um, but I guess like technically right now like NFTs are like, kind of just like a status signal, like especially if they're like really rare or like really expensive. But anyway, I just want to get paid with whether they're bought or sold, and that's where I think the LooksRare platform like comes in handy. Like I don't like I'm not an expert or anything, so like but I know like some of the more famous ones. So they don't have like I guess like the official CryptoPunks because like this CryptoPunks V1 that's like number 8 over here has a floor price of like 9 ETH and like that seems kind of low. So I don't think this is like the official one. Like they don't have like the blue check mark next to it, so that's like seems kind of fishy to me. But I have like heard of some of these other ones, like me bits, but it doesn't seem like that's that like like that premium. I've heard of like the Ape Yacht Clubs. Um, so I know like those are pretty like for example like the Bored Yacht Club, like the floor over here is like 89, so that's pretty crazy. And I've heard of like MFers like and Azuki, like I guess like the beans. Like those are supposedly also like up and coming. Um, so like some of these other ones, like even though they have a blue check mark next to them, like I haven't really heard much about them. And I know there was like some tubby cats or something like that. But anyway, like the volume, like they started off pretty strong. Like they got a lot of headlines and like when they first started. But then this is where like the bad stuff starts coming in. Like I want you guys to be aware that supposedly some of the volume was like due to wash trading. So basically, it's like maybe like people like selling um like their own NFT to themselves, but to like a different address, just so they can get like the looks token. So that was kind of shady to me, but the way they set up like the payment mechanism, I think that's pretty smart. So and like right now, like you can only get looks. I think on mainly on Uniswap. There might be some other places you can get it too. But that seems to be like the main place. And then the way they set up like their payment mechanism is pretty smart. I think you get paid in both looks and what they call like wrap ETH. So if you're already like providing liquidity on like Ethereum like L1 mainnet, you're probably already familiar with wrapped ETH and ETH. Um, so I guess like you can always like uh, look it up in your own spare time. But I think there's a smart way to do it instead of like getting paid like in just like the native like I guess like the house token like just looks. This was a pretty smart way to get like people interested, like people like for myself. But this right now is pretty crazy. Like you can get paid. Like the APR is like 126. Um, and believe it or not, like the APR like when it first started was a lot more. It was like in the 700s. Um, and I guess like because like the volume. Well, I guess like people are scared right now of like maybe like a potential like full blown like World War III and whatnot. So maybe like the volume has dried up. a bit, and then also like I guess maybe people are scared. Like recently there was like a open like the OpenSea it wasn't their fault necessarily. There it was like there was like a phishing attack, so I think maybe their LooksRare was also taking a beating because of that as well. But for me, like I'm willing to allocate like a small percentage, just to test it out and kind of like show you guys like what to expect. Um, and these are just like sample gas costs, because like it really depends on like if you get lucky, like if like the gas cost just happens to be like low, like the past weekend I just like messing around. So like the Uniswap, like the swap itself from Ethereum to Looks, cost me about like $12, and but this is one like I got really lucky. Like the Gwei was only like 33, and then the actual approval to for staking on the LooksRare like platform was like $4. But this is just like approval. This is not like the whole thing, and that was like 36 Gwei. Um, and then like to actually stake it was another like $20. So that was like 39 Gwei. So this, you can kind of use this to kind of like ballpark, like if like um let's say like like the gas price is like 100 Gwei, it might be like three times more than like what you see on the screen. So kind of like ballpark it accordingly, or you could just like wait until like the gas prices come down. That's what I try to do whenever possible. And then like I actually started getting like some Ethereum rewards, but I haven't collected it yet just because like it doesn't make sense. It's too small to claim. Cause like just to test it out, like I wanted to see like how much it would cost to claim. It was like about $27, and that was like at like 47 Gwei. So I think I would like to try to maybe like wait until I accumulate like maybe like a few $100s like worth of ETH at least, just because I want to make sure like I can cover like the gas costs, because sometimes like you know like if you ever transacted on ETH L1 mainnet, like gas prices can like spike all of a sudden. Like for example, I guess like the recent like the tubby cats like that. I'm guessing that was one of the main reasons there were like these weird like gas spikes. So well anyway, so I guess like just some things to be aware of. You might need to stake more than your whatever your normal size position is just to offset the gas fees like I was talking about. And then like the NFT volumes in general might dive in a bear market because I think we're maybe just at the start. With or without a war, I think we're in a bear market anyway. But this is just like my guess. I'd be happy if like the bull market resumes, maybe this year, but I doubt it. That's why that's the whole reason why I want to find like ways to kind of like stack ETH. And it might take a while for it to get traction, meaning like the volume, like unfortunately, a lot of the volume is still stuck on OpenSea, even with like the phishing attack and like all the bad publicity. I guess just because like people are more comfortable with the system and they don't know if like LooksRare will be like around for a while. But I think this is why like for me, it makes sense to make me do like a small position first just to test out LooksRare. And I'm mildly optimistic for it. But I really didn't like how like the wash sales um trading to kind of game the system. Like it looks really shady. But anyway, I found like another website where you can kind of like uh on Dune Analytics where you can compare like the looks rare to like the OpenSea like the volume, and I've linked that in like the description. So check it out like in your spare time to see if this makes sense to you. For me, again, this is just like a speculation on my part. Again, obviously this is not financial advice. Like you're probably an adult, and I guess you should um you know spend your money like however you want. It just and as usual, there's always contract risk, and the gas fees can be kind of high. Again, not financial tax advice. This is DeFi. Well, technically this is DeF DeFi slash like NFTs. So there's no refunds, unfortunately. And then the rewards are not as good as a few weeks ago. But again, like 100% plus APR on like wrapped Ethereum. Like to me, it's. I mean, again, it is risky, but I guess if you're that's why um, I'm getting compensated, potentially. So like hopefully maybe like later in the year, like I want to maybe do maybe like an update just to see like if I kind of got screwed or if I actually like broke even or made a little bit of money. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Just want to let you guys know about this, and again, if you could like and subscribe if you like this type of content, or let me know in the comments below if you want me to make, I guess like more videos on like how to stack ETH like while we're in a bear or like a crab market. Yeah, just let me know. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and have a great one. Bye now.